Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rikal Kadash. Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shah being the name of His only begotten Son, who they ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Now we gonna go into these distractions that Amalek, Esau, Edom, the deceiver in the scriptures, and the devil that the Bible speaks of, the so-called white man. This is what he do. He used distractions and he used deception, smoke screens, so he can hide in the battle of information. See, in the war of information, and information is just what, or information is a major, uh, it's a major tool that people use to control others' minds. That's why it says in 2 Corinthians 4:4 that he blinded the minds of the unbelievers, because he used these deceptive ways, and this is how he distract them from the truth or pull them away from the truth. And so we know that Amalek is controlling media. So he's using this because he's being exposed on all fronts. See, all of his barriers and gates and doors is being opened wide up. His skirt is being lifted up. And now he got to come out and try to make a major distraction so he can take an exit and flee like a fugitive he is. But let's get into the video to see how deep this distraction goes. Now, first of all, we're going to say fair use, fair use. This is for education purposes and criticism and news reporting.
When do you ever see the news stations talking about rap beef? This beef has managed to overshadow every other news story coming out. While I'm writing this, more news is coming out that there was a shooting in front of Drake's mansion. The media is reporting that it's believed Drake's security guard was injured in the situation. It just seems that the situation never ends, and more wood is being thrown into the fire. While everyone is arguing over who's winning this beef, a few important things have happened that have gone completely unnoticed. Things that the masses should have been paying attention to, and we'll get into them in a bit. There's a reason this beef is happening now. Like I said before, it's to save hip-hop, and at the same time to play as a giant distraction. Whether you want to believe it or not, this beef is definitely fake beef. I now understand that's hard to accept for some of you, but like I explained in my last video, it's orchestrated by the labels. Drake and Kendrick are both signed to the same major label, UMG. Drake and Kendrick are two of the biggest and most important artists on their roster. If the higher-ups at UMG didn't approve these artists' songs, they wouldn't have come out. Every song that is released by either Drake or Kendrick has to be approved by the same executives over at UMG. The record label wouldn't allow these two to beef if it were to hurt their career. These are the two biggest rappers they own. Everything that happens around these guys is done strategically. They control these artists like puppets. Those at UMG are the ones approving these songs because they're the ones behind the beef. They are the ones who came up with the idea. And in my opinion, it was all Lucy and Grange's.
Now, before they get into this Lucy and Granger, let me pull a script. This is Psalms 137, starting at verse 3. It says, "For they that carried us away captive required of us a song, and they that wasted us required of us mirth, saying, Sing us one of the songs of Zion." See, they trying to use this mirth and this music as a distraction. See, while they got us in slavery and they got us in hard bondage, see, they trying to use these songs to distract us. See, that's why in verse 4 it says, how shall we sing the Lord's song in a strange land? See, we in a strange land. We not trying to be singing and happy. See, we trying to get back to our homeland. See, we not trying to forget Jerusalem. But see, these people are cunning. They trying to con us and trick us into not understanding what's going on. This is why it says in verse 7, remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem. Now, when you go into who is doing this, who is Edom? Genesis 25. Let's see what was one of their major attributes. It said, and the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter. See, he's a con man. See, he's trying to use this music to distract the Israelites and to push them into further wickedness, distract them from the truth and what's really going on. And we see that this Amalekite was from a small hat family in London.
It was all Lucian Grange's idea, and I'll explain exactly why. Some of you who watch me often already know who Lucian Grange is. For those that don't, Lucian Grange is the chairman and the chief executive of Universal Music Group, one of the 3 major record labels that control the music industry. Lucian Grange is literally one of the most important men in the music business. A couple months back, Lucian's name was dragged into some negative headlines when the producer Little Rod named him in the Diddy lawsuit. Little Rod claimed that he allegedly saw Lucian Grange many times at Diddy's house, going into Diddy's room with him and staying there with him for hours. He also basically accused Lucian Grange of funding and being part of Diddy's freak-off parties. This is a terrible look for the chairman of the biggest record label in the world. Having his name dragged into headlines alongside of Diddy and what he's accused of is career-ending. Right?
Now, that picture was so powerful.
Part of Diddy's freak-off parties. This is a terrible look for the chairman of the biggest record label.
Now, this situation here showed you the wide range that these people got. See, first of all, they're running CNN because they're using CNN to bring out some stuff that been out since 2016. So then you got this dragon. He over the record companies in the music industry, and he all hanging with P. Diddy. So they say, okay, since we already got this Diddy thing, using Diddy as a major distraction, let's go ahead and bring out some of this stuff. See, you don't had the video since 2016. The girl did the lawsuit months ago. Now you want to drag this out because you over there and you committing slaughter on these darn Arabs, and you trying to distract these people from seeing how you just slaughtering the Arabs off this land that you done stole, that don't belong to you. And so now you want to go further and distract them by throwing some stuff on P. Diddy that you been had, but this, you know, this is going to be a viral moment. See, he went to Benjamin Franklin's psychological academy or whatever school, and they deal with people's psyche. See, these are psychologists that know how these people's minds work, and they doing it. That's why CNN, not this guy Salakia, the head of CNN, that Mark Thompson. See, he deal with psychology, and so he know how to distract these Negroes. And so they gonna try to distract everybody from the connection that this dragon got to the so-called small hat peoples and them being in control of the media and trying to distract people. See, but the problem is, let's go ahead and get some more scripts. Esau cunning only worked for a short period of time, and that cunning was going to be non-effective. Jeremiah 49:7, it say, concerning Edom, thus says the Lord of hosts, is wisdom no more in teeming, is counsel perished from the prudent, is their wisdom vanished. See, this psychological wisdom to con people and use major distraction is not going to work. See, they're hoping that it's going to work so they can get away with all kind of atrocities, and the people ain't paying attention because they worried about a freaking rap battle and Diddy getting exposed, which people already know the man is a maniac, but they're going to try to use this to distract the people. You got every person on the internet posting about a freaking P. Diddy when these people that's going with a major, they going through a major fall and they being exposed on all fronts. You see, and then you got these American Edomites setting up to uh, have a major great insurrection on the children of Israel. See, and this war is coming toward the children of Israel, but they not gonna see it because guess what? What did he say with the music? They required of them mirth. See in Ezekiel 21, verse 10, it say, it is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. Talking about that sword that's coming to these and Hispanics and Native Americans. It is furnished that it may glitter. It may glitter. Should we then make mirth? See, this is what they saying. This is what the record companies and these Edomites, these Amalekites, these small hat peoples that run the media and the music industry, they saying make mirth because we don't want you to be distracted from the sword that's coming. There's a sword that's coming, and we want to be able to hit you with this sword. See, this is why you had the dude, the Chinese, the Asian guy from Moab or the airman, say that the art of war is deception. See, I got to deceive you and distract you so I can slice your head off with this sword. And this is what is being furnished towards the children of Israel. And they going to use this as a distraction. But see, he's not going to distract those peoples that the Lord is dealing with. Luke 12:2, it say, for there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed. He's not going to be able to cover this stuff over because the Lord going to reveal it to his children. It said, neither hid that shall not be known. See, we know what these Amalekites and Edomites is doing. See, we're not ignorant of their devices. Was that 2 Corinthians 11:2 or 2:11? I think it's 2:11. It says, lest Satan shall get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. His major device is conning people and distracting people. See, that's how the major device is, to distract you behind so he can get an advantage of you and slice your head off. But that's why he say put the whole armor of God on, because you're going to have a defense for these wicked Edomites. Let me go ahead and pull that and let the Lord speak. See, they like to quote verse 12, but they don't tell you who it's talking about. You get to 16, then it tells you. It says, above all, taking the shield of faith. This was going to block all of this mess that Esau coming with. Wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. See, of the Amalekites, the Edomites, the small hats, these record execs and people that running the media and the news station. You're going to be able to defeat they behind. And so this is what it's talking about. So they're just using this as a distraction, but I'm going to leave it there. All praise to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Hashem, Rakakadash, Shalom.